On our last episode, our riders conquered roads carved by the Americans. They descended from the highlands to the lowlands, found serenity in cascading waterfalls and peaceful cafes. But now it's a new day. Join our riders as they cruise from west to east, across sleepy provinces and vast rice fields, to reach the massive grotto at the edge of the Pacific Ocean. So let the adventure begin. Here we are again, at the break of dawn, with our two riders breaking the silence. Today, we are not on our usual mountain roads, but on a road that stretches so far, it might lead to next week. If patience was a road, this would be it. They could age 5 years before reaching the end. They roll on, marveling at the sky above. For what choice do they have? There is no view below. Today, our riders head east, towards the sunrise. They chase the light, like it owes them money. Their destination is the edge of the island, where land ends and the Pacific begins. A view so grand that poets cry. It's the largest body of water on Earth, and it's not going to visit them. So off they go, past the bridge that never ends. Seriously, when does it end? Did they enter a loop or a portal to another dimension? We may never know, because their battery died. Eventually, they managed to escape the loop and change their batteries, and continued on their journey. Notice the sky. Once a moody mix of purple and blue, now slowly lighting up, like it remembered it had a job. The road still as flat as ever. No curves, no climbs. It's so straight, even the wind got bored. Our riders sit upright. They stare ahead in silence. Not out of peace, but because they've run out of things to say. At the left, the sun is popping up, shining straight into their faces, saying, "Good morning, peasants." But our riders carry on, partially blind, because adventure waits, even if they can't see it. Acres and acres of rice fields stretch before them. For what is an Asian country without rice? Rice is life. Our riders marvel in silence, also because it's too early to be funny. But deep down, they know. This is sacred ground, the motherland of carbs. Right now, our riders are passing through the Rice Granary of the Philippines. This is the land of rice, and all the good that comes with it. A true farming center. This is agriculture. This is culture. This is why we can't do keto. our riders are back on the road. Past the rice fields, past the quiet farms. It's peaceful out here. The kind of peace that only exists when your nearest neighbor is a kilometer away. And your only Wi-Fi comes from the wind. The farmers are already hard at work, armed with hats, hoes, and great diligence. In this world, the seasons matter. Rain is a blessing, sun is a free tan, and mud is just a part of the uniform. This is rural life, where alarms are roosters, where lunch is cooked over firewood. As our riders move forward, they carry a bit of it with them. Out here, the land is still flat. As flat as their phone battery by noon. This isn't the highlands. No cool breeze and pine trees. Here, the earth is relaxed. These lowlands are old riverbeds, once wild and full of water, now calm, flat, and ready for agriculture. This view is surreal. To the right, a calm, glimmering river, flowing like it has secrets. To the left, the beautiful Sierra Madre, the longest mountain range in the country. Now, the riders head towards the Sierra Madre, because to see the Pacific Ocean and all its glory, one must first climb those mountains. As our riders continue their journey, they pass by cottage after cottage. They are all lined along the river like a rural Airbnb strip. They marvel at the mountain before them. Not just any mountain, but part of a range that stretches 500 kilometers from north to south, protecting the country from typhoons that form in the Pacific. Hence it is called the bodyguard of the East. And now they ride at the foot of it. Past more bridges, rivers and cottages, past more fields, and stopping by to refuel their noble steeds. At this point, our riders have been driving for 4 hours, on a seat that no longer sparks joy, for their butts are already as flat as the flatlands they left behind. But they cannot stop. Not now. Not when the Pacific Ocean is just a mountain climb away. Now they begin the climb. They're not alone. Other riders appear. Equally early, equally undercaffeinated. It's a morning parade. All with the same goals. Together, they crawl upward, like ants on a hill, tiny, determined, and focused. The mountains loom above, but forward they go, without fear, without hesitation, because our riders are trained for this. They are raised on mountain roads. As they climb, they ponder upon the irony of life, about how they left their mountain homes to go to the city, to study hard and get a degree so that they can work hard and earn money to go and see mountains. Well, I guess that's just the circle of life. Now upward they go. Past the town having a fiesta. Past the humble homes and quiet life. Past the unfamiliar trees that start to dominate the roadside. Past the steep curves that snake up the mountain. Past the coconut trees, reminding them that they are in a coastal area. Past the teasing sight of the shore below. Past the forest that is getting more and more dense. Past the wildlife, probably watching from the shade. Past the trees growing taller, closer and darker. Past more curves, each one promising a view, and each one delivering more curves. Past the final stretch. Past the earlier riders who came before them. And finally, they have arrived at their destination. If you think the climb is over, it's not. Because after the roads comes the final test. Stairs. Because apparently the mountain wasn't enough pain. Up ahead sits a massive grotto, and the climb itself is the offering. They've come too far. They've conquered roads, all just to reach this place. All just to see the Pacific Ocean. And it was everything they hoped for, and more.
Losing time, I'm fading fast. I just wanna make it last. Try to let go of the past. I close my eyes, embrace the blast. Sleepless nights and headaches stack. Restlessness to hell and back. What's my purpose? What do I grab? A slippery surface, a heart attack. And sometimes you just gotta believe there's something that'll give you relief. There's something that'll have what you need. What you need. we're broken, it's tragic. We're not all elastic, but maybe there's magic. Believe you could have it. And I know of sadness, the anxious and panic, the infinite vastness of all that is blackness.